Hi there. Just wanted to give you an update on where we were with the craft room. As you can see, there's a lot more stuff in here now. I just wanted to give you a little update on where we were with decorating it. So here's a little bit of a tour. You saw obviously the sofa now has another unit on top of it, and that has the lights on top of there as well now. So that completes the lighting for this room. It's a lot lighter now in here. It's daytime outside, but I thought for the purposes of shooting this video the extra bit of light would be useful. I sort of think it gives it a nice glow to the room as well. So as you can see now, we have all the units all the way around the room, which contain most of my equipment. There's also still the storage area beneath the shelving underneath here. At the moment there's still quite a lot of stuff on top of these shelves. I yet to have places to put those underneath, but they'll get put away soon enough. Also, as I'm working on things, obviously they get put out on the table. I'm just setting up to do some silk painting at the moment, so my table's got some paints and water and silk and things on top at the moment. But as I say, you can see we've now got all the units up on the wall. In this one here I've just got a few bits of pottery that I've made, just decorative stuff, and the jug and the vase obviously are useful as well. And then pinboard, clipboard, my station over here just has got a bowl with that I made with some sponges in. I've got some extra dies here, pots of dye, and my food dies are actually there. Underneath the kitchen roll there's just bits and bobs, it's paints and things like that. Then we've got the in the corner there I've got my citric acid and other storage boxes and jars for various things. And then I've got my carding machine just here, my wool picker just here with some wool on top at the moment that needs to be picked. Hiding one of my pictures unfortunately. Then I've got one of this unit here has the pre-mixed wool dyes that I've got. It's just food colouring and water. I use boiled water and some citric acid, and that just in the squeezy bottle just makes it really easy to put the dye onto the wool. So there's my rubber gloves, and the dye on top is little pots of dye. I used those before when I was using the pipettes. It's a really easy way of then putting the dye right in the water. So, and then another bit of pottery that I made last year. And I've already managed to completely fill every surface full of rubbish. There's a plate there that I've just made this year. It's slip cast, and then details are picked out with glazes before being glazed with a clear glaze and fired. So that was quite nice to do. Then obviously all the windows haven't yet got their blinds. Obviously there's one to fit on this window here, and there'll be another one on the other side of the door, but these ones here are up and running now, and they roll down, so it's called a Swedish blind. And then below that now we've got this is my window seat. This is made with 1 inch thick MDF. It's really strong, really sturdy. We don't really have much in the way of tools here, so I got this cut to size by the shop, and then literally just had to screw it all together. I put a piece of trim along the bottom because it's on feet underneath. There's little feet to raise it up off the floor, just so it's easier to move around. If the solid wood was the base, it would be harder to move that around. So by putting little feet underneath, it just raises it up, and then the trim covers that up. And then I made the cushion for the top, obviously to match the blinds. I've also incorporated the sort of edge fabric that I've used on the blinds you'll see above. You can just make out here, and obviously that's the back of the fabric as well. So just so it ties together. I've also put a piece of foam on the side here, just if I wanted to sit on the chair and kind of rest up against that side, I could do. So that's done that now. So that finishes that side of the room. In this corner here, there's just a little spot here which I'm going to put a small table. I've got that to make yet. I've been aging 3 bits of tongue and groove flooring, purposes of which is to get them so that it looks similar to the top of the table that's in here, which you may remember is on another video. I did that last year, ready to use as my main table in here. This was aged naturally, but if you remember, I then distressed it further, and then I kind of added a waxy finish, but it's not really wax, it's just a wash of watered down satin paint, and then a satin varnish placed over the top once it's had plenty of time for the water to evaporate out of it. So, and it gives a lovely durable finish, but it maintains the really rustic look of this wood. And I want the table, which is going to be made of newer tongue and groove, to have that same effect. So that's that bit. Got, as I say, the blinds to put on this side and obviously on this side as well. You see my little silk paintings for the window sun cashers. And then the only other thing left to show is my footstool here, which I made. And it's got space inside to store. Just got some wool in there at the moment. And a couple of pockets on the top here to store things. That's elasticated so that anything that's in there will kind of remain in there. And then that brace just holds it open. So yeah, there we are, I pushed it too far. So that's that. I just wanted to give you an update on where we were in here. Oh yes, the other thing I don't think was here last time, my ceiling storage, because I'm only short. There's plenty of space above me to store things and to hook things on to dry and things. So when I'm dyeing wool, you can see over here, I can just hook it on there and then put a jug or something underneath to allow it to drip, just to dry off. And there's a few various tools here, pin hammer, a trivet, a niddy noddy, a couple of colanders, a sort of wind chime thing, which is quite nice. So yeah, that's it basically. We're nearly there. I'm using this now every weekend. I've done quite a lot of projects in here. Some of the wool that I've made, spun, and some that I've spun and dyed as well. This is wool that I've just dyed, dip dyed, and this is wool that I have dyed. I had to think there. I dyed the tops, the wool tops, and then spun it. This is pure merino, and it's done with it's a 3-ply. It's Navajo plied, and there's a few different ones of those you can sort of see. And then I've got some of the other ones here which are 2-ply yarns, which have beads running through them, which are really nice when they catch the light. This one's called Peacock, and that one's Turkish Delight. So yeah, I just wanted to, as I say, give you a bit of an update on where things were with it, and a couple of ideas of what I've still got to do. I hope you enjoyed that. Check in to see more of my videos. Probably going to do a video on some silk painting first, next rather, and so check in to see that. Okay, thanks very much. Bye.